everyone. I wanted to explain what it is that you're doing this week. Once again, you have the lecture to view. The discussion post is based on that lecture this week. The first section is talking about pre-writing strategies. So choose one of those strategies, give it a chance, try it out. Talk about how that went for you. What did you use? How did it go? What other ideas might you have? There's no quiz this week, but there is the business writing assignment. I am going to repost the video that I made in week 2 explaining what it is that assignment is. The one thing to make sure that you take note of, though, is in that video, I'm talking specifically about like, hey, this is coming up in 2 weeks. That time is now here. So make sure that you have that in, by 11:59 next Saturday. I did want to point out as well with the discussion, I just posted citing your sources because the prompt is asking you to talk about the lecture and what it is that the lecture talked about. I thought it would be a good time to start talking about citation. Really, I probably should have started talking about it last week, but I didn't want to throw too much at you at once. So you are required to use APA citations at Bryan and Stratton. So make sure that you are using APA and not MLA or Chicago or anything else. Anytime that you use somebody else's information, you should be citing your source. Whether you are putting it in quotes because you're using those exact same words, or whether you're paraphrasing it, so you're just summarizing what it is that was said, you're still taking the idea from another place, so you still need to cite it. So I added this link. If you right click, you can open the link in a new tab. If you just click on it itself, it'll close out the tab. But this is a source that I found, about citing things specifically for a class, like a recorded lecture, a discussion post. So if you were citing what somebody else said in a discussion post, technically that's the correct way to do it. So it gives the in-text citation as well as the references that you should have. So on here, though, I gave a brief synopsis of what that is. If this was my discussion post, obviously it's not long enough. I don't have any thoughts of my own here. It's just reiterating what was said in the lecture. And the post would need to be 150 words, answer the prompt fully, all the things. But just for the sake of argument, this is my lecture, or this is my post, and I am citing what it is that was said before. The parenthetical citation includes the last name, so the first thing that's here, and then the date. There was no specific date on this lecture. So when there's no date listed, you put ND for no date. So, and then right after that, I have references and then the reference itself. So if ever you are citing a video, if you're ever citing anything, if you're ever using anything, please make sure to cite your sources. That does include using AI, just to throw that out there. If you have any questions on anything, please let me know. I am more than happy to help anytime that I can.